All right. Thank you, Lucy. Next up, we have the two winners of our middle school speech competition, two very experienced speech givers, considering that they are both two-time winners themselves. What's extra impressive is the fact that each of these students also wrote their speeches themselves. First, we have the winner of the serious category, eighth grader Aspen Little.
My Battle with OCD by Aspen. I've touched so many dirty things today. I need to wash my hands. 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 Okay, I've washed my hands now. I'm okay now. Well, whatever okay means, I guess. This string of thoughts is exhibiting OCD like behavior. OCD stands for obsessive compulsive disorder. It is a disorder in which you can't control your thoughts, so you attempt to do something repetitively to calm those thoughts. It interferes with daily life and causes distress. St. Augustine says, habit, if not resisted, becomes necessity. I feel that this perfectly sums up what OCD feels like. How do I know what OCD feels like? Because OCD is something that I struggle with. I struggle with contamination OCD. Contamination OCD is a type of OCD in which you are so afraid of germs that you feel the need to calm your fear by washing your hands or cleaning things. I felt like anytime I touched anything dirty, I had to wash my hands. And as my OCD behavior grew worse, it began to affect me physically. Because I was washing my hands so much, my hands would get dry and would crack and bleed. It got to the point where my hands were so irritated, they were bright red. But it was really hard to admit that there was a problem because it felt so necessary for me to wash my hands that I didn't want to stop washing them. Habit, if not resisted, becomes necessity. Eventually, however, there was a point where I realized something had to change. I was at a volleyball tournament, and while I was on the court, my hands started cracking and bleeding. I had to be taken off the court, and my hands had to be fully wrapped in athletic tape. This was when I realized my OCD was getting out of control. My OCD tendencies were starting to affect things I loved doing, like playing volleyball. And I knew I had to make a change. To push past my OCD, I had to constantly remind myself that I no longer wanted OCD to affect me anymore. I had to remind myself that I no longer wanted OCD to have control over me anymore. Pushing past my OCD was something that was really hard to do. But it was something that I needed to do. OCD affected me both physically and mentally, and was a really serious struggle for me, and one that took a lot of time for me to heal from. And quite honestly, I'm still not fully healed from it. I still fall back into my old OCD patterns. But what's really important is that I remind myself that I am no longer letting OCD have any control over my life anymore. Thank you.